last episode was the amazing duel between Dark Milo and Glenn Farfinger. And the only thing that kept Milo from destroying Glenn Farfinger was that Sergeant ran down the street and had to warn Milo that Sir William Esquire needed his help immediately, and he was knocked out. So Milo, he takes off in his shuttle and finally makes it to the Star Destroyer. And oh no! I gotta run! I gotta hurry! And he makes it to his lab, and then he sees him. He sees Sir William Esquire knocked out, and he is sad. Oh no, Sir William! But if you're knocked out, that means I have no world access, no power. Oh no, oh no, 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 oh no. Glenn Farfinger joins back with Curly Joe and his troops to help push back the Anti-Minos. Okay, I'm back and I'm fighting and I got this lightsaber. Wow, that's really neat. That's some fun stuff. Let's go. Okay, we're kind of starting to regain the control point here from the Anti-Minos, but man, we're so overwhelmed by them. I don't know, Glenn. If we're going to lose the sergeant if we don't get backup from the abbot. Oh, we got to keep fighting, Joe. We got to just keep fighting because you didn't understand. Back there, Sergeant just said that Sir William Esquire has been knocked out cold. They can't spawn new Anti-Minos. We could win the war, but we have to beat this very big legion of soldiers. Ow! We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do the best we can. Ow! We're gonna have to. The abbot and his troops have showed up. Finally, they have finally showed up, and he directs the Pooh Guppies. All right. Now we should attack. And we should attack fondly, and we should do it with great precision. Pooh Guppies attack the Anti-Minos and finish off the last of the TIE fighters. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go. And they hit the Anti-Minos. Glenn and them, they have regained a control point, but they would have lost. They just couldn't handle this massive amount of Anti-Minos. The Pooh Guppy army is wiping them out, and they do wipe them out, and the war is won. The last of the TIE fighters have been taken out by the anti-aircraft guns controlled by the Pooh Guppy Adamses. This is a great victory. Great victory for the day. They end the month off. This is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to see the heroes win. Joe and Glenn push back the Gemina army, and in the end, they win the war. At the end, they reflect on everything. We gotta sit down here. I will let you know we are very tired and been through a lot. Well, I've been through a lightsaber duel. I don't know. I know Frater just kind of took us out back and said, well, this may happen to you. Maybe this won't, but maybe it would be best if I kind of give you a little bit of training on this. And Milo at first was light with me, but then he made a mistake and I clocked him. I hit him on the shoulder. Oh, he let loose on me, Abbott, and he nearly killed me. And this is what is going to happen. It's quite clear that this man is a self-destructive monster. he's out of control, and I don't really think any of us have a chance. Well, I'm going to let you know. He revealed to me that he still holds such anger and hatred with me for taking the show away from him. Frater took the show from me and Billy, gave it to him because he was defeated. I know how Frater was at the time, and it wasn't good. He was in a really bad way. Well, he gave him the show. We lost in trying to get it back, and then that's when Frater trained me and Billy, and then we were skilled enough to beat Milo, and it really shocked Milo, and you can understand. But then, of course, I never expected he was going to get back control. I mean, Mr. Pennypacker is a very sound technician. I was actually amazed that he made the mistake of underestimating that Billy. Billy had turned heel. Yeah, I mean, man, I gotta say, man, I'm tired too. I'm trying to direct those poo guppies. That's not easy. Well, I'll let you know. It was a really very painful thing to direct these poo guppies. They're very, very not very, very good at following directions, which is why it took me so long to just go a block over to you. Oh, you were that close, and that was that bad. You don't understand. Like, I would tell them to line up, and they would get all confused by that, and I would have to actually physically draw on the ground. And it still took about over 24 hours to explain it to them. Well, it was part of the torture, and Dark Milo wants me dead. He says that he wants you as host now. What do you mean? I don't play video games. I've played maybe that Myst game, but that's not really a video game. That's just a point-and-click strategy type game. What are you gonna do, Jamie? I tell you what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have to do the best we can. Well, I'll let you know, Abbott. I got a death warrant in my head because he said the only reason he hadn't gone after me before is because there was no other host. I'm sorry, Joe, but he sees you as just comedy. He doesn't. Well, no, I never played a video game, and I know, Joe, it's the way we do things on Saturday Ground. We always have the co-host be someone who has never played a video game in their life. It's really strange. It's not how the real world works, but that's how we do things. We instead of trying to go out and find someone who would be actually knowledgeable on video games, we just get like Joe Besser or something. Joe, were you in the Three Stooges for one episode? You're going to be a co-host now. And it's like, by the way, I've never actually played a video game before, nor seen one being played. And we're like, that's even better. That's the Saturn Ground way. Just get an aged actor to be the co-host. Okay, so basically, he wants you as host, and that means that I'm pretty much dead. It's pretty much on site. That's an IRL thing. When people say it's on site, meaning they're going after you. They're going to jump you. Then all of a sudden, they were just, sitting around, destroyed relics of CRACKTON, Ohio, and, the Poo Guppies were kind of just sort of picking things up, and trying to get things back together, and then all of a sudden they're back at E2 and in the monastery. It's kind of like the illusion because of Sir William Esquire being knocked out, he wasn't capable of keeping the program going with data, so they're just back on E2. Really, the real truth is probably they were there the whole time, but they were thrown into almost like a holographic simulator, kind of like Star Trek the Next Generation. You know, a very beloved thing we also love here at Sandergrad. But yeah, and so they're back on E2, and probably next episodes we're gonna find out what are they gonna do next. But Dark Milo is pretty much without Sir William Esquire. He's pretty much got no power anymore. We'll have to see what happens, But for now, Glenn and Curly Joe could play a game in peace. Well, we got Harry Pothead. Hogwarts Legacy is finally happening. Yeah, you told me that this game was kind of controversial. Well, it's not the game, it's actually the writer. And what the heck? What the heck is going on here? It's like Evil Dead! Ow! Not gonna get you, man. Not gonna get you. Bam! Bam! Well, you see, I saw a boar talking in the background. It was like moving, and then there's like objects hitting her in the head. Oh no! He's all hoppy. Well, you gotta be hoppy to. I think we're just trying to see how goofy we can make her look. You're gonna look like a dork when we're done. Isn't this a bit of a child abuse or something? Well, I don't know anybody that would make a video game with like kids and expect gamers to be mature. Not having them act like complete imbeciles. Like, you're going to be hopping around, you're going to be tumbling. At one point, we're pretty much having the character roll down the hill like she's Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, what are we doing with ourselves? And don't get me wrong, I mean, we're really getting into this game, but I'm sorry, we don't take it all very seriously. I think at the time we were thinking, well, isn't there now like a Sonic the Hedgehog that's all open world, but it's like, it's all open world, but it's all like in the... Are we thinking of Sonic 06? Were we thinking of that when we did that? Like, because she rolls around, because you see they rip off like Dark Souls and Witcher, More like Dark Souls. See that? We turned her into Sonic! Yeah, that's funny stuff. Yeah, we got her rolling. I think I would have a sore back after a while doing that. Gotta go fast. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Now we're going... Oh, we gotta grab a page. Gotta get that paper. Gotta get some of that paper. Gotta get that bread. What are we even doing? I don't know. What? Rebecca Gloversville? Is this one of Frater's characters that we ended up using? Oh, no, you told me he was a cross-dresser. Yes, we are resident cross-dresser, Frater SH. Resident cross-dresser, 24 hours a day, cross-dresses. But I would actually argue we turned this character more into a Sonic the Hedgehog clone or something. Because she's really acting like Sonic now. It's funny, we've corrupted the character to the point that she believes she really is Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh my goodness. No, don't get me wrong. This is a really good open world game, though. We really got into it. and this is really quite fun, and I hope Mr. Pennypacker or Milo, Dark Milo, or whoever, that they kind of keep having us do this game. But I don't know. I don't know if I have much of a future left, guys. I think the supposed producers of the show would now want me dead. I'll protect you. Well, I hope so, Joe. There's a kitty. I'm gonna have to go say hi to the kitty. We're very friendly to animals. Just, even the oddly animated ones, and gotta be nice to them. PETA is gonna send us a visit. Cat's just like, what are you doing? You just rolling down a hill, and she's just like, I gotta go fast. You need to understand and get it through your head. I gotta go fast. I'm Sonic '06. Oh, boy. Freighter. I was always told. I remember I first met Freighter back in the days of the new Freighter versus Retro. That me and Billy, we had watched some videos of the Freighter versus Retro show. It was a old show from 2010, 2011. And I was told by Mr. Peck. He said, I do understand. Freighter H is a cross-dresser. He's a full-time cross-dresser, It's kind of like Divine or something, And, well, maybe not to that level. Freighter don't like makeup, though. He says that's just... his ADHD sees that as too much work. So, so... You have to understand, there's all kinds of different characters in Saturn Grodd, and that would explain why we didn't play this so long. He probably didn't want to play it. He made the character. We're playing the game, but apparently he had a hand in making the character. It's been a couple years since it's come out. By the time this video shows, it'll be the end of the year. Of 2024. Well, it's been a while since this game actually came out. A little while it's been, and so he had a hand in creating the character, I guess, and I was left a note, I say that apparently Freighter was, Freighter himself thought he went too far with the character and made the character look too much like himself. I mean, look like him back when he was like 15 or 16 or something, and it's in the note if he was like, weighed less, weighed about as much as his character. It probably would look a lot like this character, which is kind of weird, but I guess no Freighter when he lost like 135 pounds, so he was kind of close to being Finn like that, I guess, but whatever, So I kind of like the vinyl backing of this coat. I mean, it kind of reminds me of John Pertwee's coat. We like Doctor Who, so. Now there's a lot of puzzles, and I admit I don't think I really understand how to do it, and well, maybe it's very possible that I can help. Oh, it's Abbott. Yeah, you're really good at this kind of stuff, and doing the puzzles, and you can help. That would be very good. I will help to the best of my ability, gentlemen. Anything you need, just I'll be sitting here. Well, Abbott, Freighter, he made this. Oh yes, Freighter is an avid cross-dresser. It's nothing wrong with that. No, it's not. But it's just, I was trying to tell Curly Joe, that, that's just facts here, But, yeah, Abbott, yeah, I mean, I think this game is very, very beautiful. I mean, I can see how you can really get into the world. It's just really great. Before there are monsters there in the woods. Hey, man, what are we gonna do? I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna use our heads. There's probably all kinds of powers we can use to really make the whole thing a lot easier. How? See, he's got it all figured out, Joe. We're going, what we gonna do, And he's like, he's got it all figured. Of course, we're gonna probably focus a bit also on the classes, focus on the classes and try to get this thing going, and get this girl back to school here. May I also take notice to you making her act like Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, yeah, we were doing that. Yeah, we were kind of doing that. That was kind of crazy, and it was very, very crazy, I must say. Right. It's a very, I must say, it's a very long, long walk. Hell, it's a lot more than that, Abbott. And another thing is, I also don't think a lot of us have figured out yet. Like, are we supposed to make the characters go to sleep? Like, are we supposed to? Are they supposed to be in by a certain time, or it doesn't seem to be a requirement to sleep. Well, I guess that's a good thing. I mean, imagine what life would be like if you didn't have to go to bed. Well, you would have all this time. So much time, you would, 24 hours a day, of whatever you need to do and do, you would have to sleep, that would be kind of crazy, I don't think we're designed that way. No, we are definitely not designed that way. No, definitely not. Well, I don't think so. The Beast Classroom. I don't know what that is. So we're kind of getting closer to heading towards going to classes here, Abbott. I was going to say it, I would say this is based off of like Eton College, a very British. Wow, holy gracious! Yeah, it definitely is based off some high fancy antsy kind of college or school system. We just went to public education in the United States. It's not like anything like this. This is something. This is cracky. This is something else. I don't know if they would want you to say cracky when you're just from Minnesota. They would be like, what is wrong with your lingo? Well, my lingo is the bingo. I think you just made a new catchphrase. Let me say it. My lingo is the bingo. I don't understand. Oh, Jamie, I don't understand it. Well, maybe we should just be polite and nod our heads. Well, sometimes that's the best thing to do. I mean, just nod your head. I mean, see what everybody else is doing. Other students other than ourselves. And I like how we made our character just look like a complete goofball. Just everybody else is like dressed nice. We're just sort of like just kind of scruffy. I think we were trying to make the character look like Tom Baker. With the clothes and stuff. So, this game is like, it's so good. It's just good stuff. And well, there's something telling me they interact with this door. Oh, a treasure chest. That's some good stuff. Oh, it's a. You got a new scarf. Well, that's something. Well, I bet that is something. That is a new scarf. Well, this place, I know I'm supposed to do content, but it's just you can wander through it forever. Okay, the class, we need to go to herbology class. It's a class about a guy named Herb. It's a class about a guy named Herb. Glenn Farfinger, I'm sorry to tell you, but it is not about it's not a class about a guy named Herb. It's about, the herbs, the grass. Jamie, what do you do? I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna correct him. We're going to correct him that the name herb is not a name, but, a plant. How? It's a plant, not a name. Well, crackies. Shnikes. Oh, take a name. That's right, you go to take a name too. Okay, so you didn't win anything, by the way. I'm so happy I got I got tenure. I'm so happy. I can do whatever I want. And I can teach any way I want, and the school can't do anything about it. Well, that's true, actually. They could just teach it any way they want. How the teachers we used to have, like when we were in school, Abbott, most of the teachers by that point of time there were all these like tenured teachers that had been around for at least 30 years. You could just see it. You could just see in their faces. They've been around for at the least 20 years. And because when I went to high school, no joke, guys at home, when I get to high school, there was at least, when I went to high school, there was at least, two teachers that retired. I'm not even kidding. They're ancient looking. And I mean, gray hair. They looked like they were way beyond retirement age. Like they just, I don't know. Like they, you would say, well, no, they enjoyed teaching. They stayed around forever. No, they looked miserable. They just looked like stone faced. They just. they were just so stone faced, and it was so hard to find a teacher. It was just, you could clearly see they liked their job, and it was so hard to find that. Like, because as a kid, you're just trying to find like a parental figure, because you're trying to enjoy, your time in school. I don't know, no one really enjoyed it, and you can see, she's got like Frater gave her like the Tom Baker style scarf and the big trench coat like Tom Baker and Doctor Who, and just the hat. The hat is big and goofy, and he just made her into sort of a mini Gandalf. Oh, we'll be back next